See. Hello, hello. Anybody there? All right, let's move this over just a little bit so I can see. Actually, let's do this. There we go. Now I can see. There are people here. This is amazing. How's everybody doing? I'm doing all right. It has been quite the day. Just playing with some new equipment. You know what, Chad? We were talking about the Elgato Camlink 4K, which allows you to connect your DSLR to your computer and then run it out on see, there we go. A little bit better in focus. Well, hello, Mr. Vortex and Trading and Really FPV. And I cannot forget Loco FPV. Yes. Of course, I got to look all the way over here to see who's here. And then I got to look back at you guys to do this. So I am completely and totally a novice at this. Who told me about what? Oh, yeah, Chad. Chad told me about the Elgato Camlink, which I just like the name. That I like the fact that the company name is Cat. The Cat. Yeah, I know. It'll actually, Jeff, it'll disappear in like a minute. And when it disappears, then it goes back. But I can actually sit here. Look, I can move this around a little bit. How's that? I got to get prepared for interviews because apparently everybody wants to be interviewed. How's the sound? Sound pretty good? See, Jeff, it's gone now. All right. Has anybody got any questions? It's been quite the week. Is it peaky? Okay. I can actually adjust the levels, I think, in let's bring that down. There we go. Maybe let's see. All right, I dropped the levels down. Is it less peaky now? Yeah, Rob, the artificial horizon shows up whenever the camera boots. And since you're getting a direct output of the camera, that's what I see. It shows up for the first minute. So if I were to go hit like the focus button, then it would the artificial horizon would come up again to show whether or not the camera's level. Yeah, right. I know, man. I'm flying, but this is kind of fun. So, anyways, it was a crazy week. Once again, many thanks to Mr. Capper, Mr. Abshire. How are you doing, buddy? That was probably peaky, wasn't it? Many thanks to Mr. Capper for the interview. Although it was perhaps used a little bit against him in certain communities today, which, anyways, that's what it is. Flying a drone under 250 grams outside, how do FAA? Okay, so under 250 grams, FAA rules do not apply. You don't have to have a license. You don't have to have, or whatever the license is. You don't have to have your numbers, nothing like that. You can fly it as you want, which is actually, yeah, Chad, we can talk about it later. Somebody, let's say, took you out of context. But the under 250 grams, you can fly it anywhere you want, as you want. Yeah, you don't have to have a registration. And with some of the stuff that Bob Rugi's putting together, it would it would be very cool to see his toothpick design come out with the ability to mount something like a one of the like micro splits on it or something. Yeah, I Chad is Chad and all of Rotor Riot definitely is taking a little bit of flack recently. Jeff, I don't know if you're still on. You win the like Peacekeeper Award because you've been doing an amazing job in the other Rotor Riot community. But yeah, the Rotor Riot folks have been taking a little bit of flack. Interestingly enough, people don't like me asking questions about why there are no women in FPV either. So that was kind of a fun day. Let's see. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know. I really honestly don't the other. I really honestly don't know what the Australian rules are. But I know that I mean, when you say basic safety, I think you've got to be under 400 feet. But if you're flying a 250-gram drone to 400 feet, then you might have bigger problems getting the drone back than anything else. So it's it's exciting though. I think it could be a really interesting field. Brushless under 250. Stacy. Yes, they did. It was quite amazing. It was special. I knew it was going to be a little bit anger making. I did get called a social justice warrior, so I consider that to be a win. Well, good. I'm glad that you're interested again because they're good. Yeah, special. It was special. But anyways, anybody else got any questions? I mean, you've got me for it's 10:38. We can call it another 5-10 minutes. So really FPV, let's see. Proximity to people under 100 grams, it's free for all here at the moment anyhow. Yeah, the fear factor is huge. I mean, we let me not get political. Let me just keep this simple. We are in the process of regulating drones more than we regulate cars. And maybe there needs to be. I mean, nobody's died from a drone hit. The worst that I can think of in terms of drones is that they think that maybe the campfire fire in Northern California was caused by somebody hitting a drone, but I don't know, or somebody hitting a power line with a drone. But yeah, it's crazy, and you're also right. Really, FPV in individual municipalities, dude, Capper totally needs to start a show. He's got a couple vlogs about studio lighting, which here, let's see if this works. I mean, look at this beautifully. No, that doesn't work. I was trying to show you my beautifully ghetto setup that I got from Chad, but it just blows everything out. Yeah, Chad could definitely reboot your studio, Rob. Yeah, individual municipalities can also regulate drones. I don't know. Oh yeah, sorry, we got the Horizon line back. It'll go away in a minute. I don't know if I really honestly don't know if that goes down to 250 grams. So I don't think they can regulate 250 grams. It is angle mode. Listen, lights and fencing is all you need. Yeah, you know what? I've seen size possible 3-inch aliens. I don't know if you're going to get under 250 grams with 3 inches, but some of the new brushless micros are pretty impressive. Jack Fu, I honestly, I know as much as you do, which is that he announced it today that he's no longer an employee. I read a little bit by Bardwell that said that he still could possibly be a cast member. But really, I don't know anything about it, and I don't want to speak to it too much. Stacy, you're gonna laugh at this. I hit myself in the head one time with my 4-inch. that actually in behind me in the box. I think, I don't know if you can still see the scar, but yeah, I forgot where I parked my body, and it unfortunately, um, it was this moment where I'm flying and I'm totally a novice. I have no freaking clue what I'm doing, and I'm flying, I'm flying, and then there was this moment where I had this complete and utter realization that I was about to hit myself. And it's on my YouTube channel. Like, you can go find it. It's called Headshot. And I had a moment where I had enough presence of mind to disarm the props, and that's probably why, I think it was over here actually. That's probably why I don't bear, like, I didn't get stitches. Yeah, you got it. You need to go watch it. It's 100% true. And I shared it in our local community. And Rob, local FPV, he goes, "Dude, you got to take this down because, like, people are going to think we're crazy." Then I shared it again later. But Waldo, going back to your point, go. I don't know if you know who Bob Rugi is. He goes by Kebab FPV, but he's got some cool stuff coming out with some of the micros. Using like really high kV small motors under 250 grams. But by changing a monopole antenna on a receiver to a dipole, yes, it will. So a monopole, basically, sorry, if you switch from a monopole to like a circular polarized, you'll get better range. There are certain circumstances where flying a monopole is better. I don't know what the different. Now, are you talking about? Are you talking about your receiver antenna? Not so, Ruben Ward. I'm talking to you. The receiver antenna, not the video transmitter antenna. Are you talking about monopole versus dipole? I'm glad you liked it, Stacy. Hello, MC's Creations. Does that stand for anything? So, Ruben, if I answered your question wrong, if you were talking about receiver, like your controller antenna, then actually switching to a dipole gives you diversity. And the reason, we'll take this one. So this quad is dirty. It needs to be cleaned up. I mean, that's terrible. But you can, let's see, are we in? Yeah, all right. So the whole idea behind having two is that at any moment you're at a good, let's see if I can get this a good view. You're at a good angle to always be in reception of one of the camera. It's diversity, basically. It's yeah. So so it won't necessarily give you like better range, but it will give you a much more stable it'll give you a much more stable connection. So like, I don't know if you've ever flown, I don't know what you fly. Yeah, Sicko Crow's got it. Dipole on your receiver. Oh, so it's on your receiver. I know, dude, people are shocked. So I don't know if y'all know this. This is the shed quarters. I work from here. I record all my videos in here. And I totally 100% wear pants every day, but Rob doesn't believe me. So that's all I can tell you. Yeah, so Sicko Crow may have answered your question actually, which is a dipole will give you a higher gain. So any other noob questions? Because I'm probably only qualified to answer noob questions. Stacy, what do you do? All right, so MC, you got to go back in go look at my hype train. Go look at my hype train uh, playlist and enjoy the one about Bardwell. I'm a software engineer, not in the death industry though. So I hear you on that one. A software engineer that works at home in the death industry probably is a slightly depressing job. What did MC say? The skirts are only for Bardwell. And by the way, Bardwell, I don't think it's a skirt. I think it's like a sarong or something. Flying a drone in the new house. Yes, that would be good. Hey, we got a lot of software engineers in the house. Hold on. I think that OBS is actually recording. Let me double check something here. I don't want it to record. Maybe it isn't. We'll see. If this shuts off in just a moment, it's because I ran out of disk space. Sorry. Yeah, someday, MC, I'm going to be a professional drone flyer. That's my goal. Probably not. I guess I can take the earbuds out.